New hat, new day. Steven likes me to submit videos every now and then, so we're trying out a new tool. It's supposed to help remove rust and paint. We'll see. This is what it looks like. It has a coarse wheel on one end and of course a motor on the other. And we're going to see how it does at taking off this rust. And this rust. And this rust and the paint on this hood. I'm betting it's rusty underneath that paint. But we have a few dents. We got to get the paint off so we can put some filler in. Right along in there, it's a crease. This bedside was all caved in. I kind of worked on it a little bit with the board file to see where the highs and low spots were. Looking pretty good so far. Tail light looks like it's going to fit back in the hole. Alright, let's see how it goes. Alright, let's see what it did here. Nice shiny metal where it was rusty. So far, I'm going to give it a thumbs up. On the flat places, I got to work on it a little harder. But it does get most of the paint off. So if nothing else, I can come back with a DA and clean it up. Cool. Alright, let's see what it does on this hood. Got a lot of old gummy paint on it. It does seem to take it off fairly quick. Needs a little touching up with a DA, but I don't feel any dents. I was a little afraid it was going to be a little too aggressive and it might actually put grooves in the paint. It's going to need a lot of blocking, but it feels good. So far, thumbs up. Alright, I'm going to try down on the roof. I can't get the camera up there to get a good image of it, but I'll go rub on it and let you know what it looks like later. Okay, say probably 3 hours later. Oh, by the way, wear a dust mask when you use this grinder. That's a clean new one. That's 3 hours later. Pretty cruddy. Alright. I have the rails down to the shiny metal. Roof is shiny metal. Woohoo! Let's see, where did I get to? Got down to this part on the side. Got all the gunk where the stickers have been glued on, mostly off. Fender's nice and shiny. Hood is nice and shiny. Feels good. All right, what else was there? This one's ready to pop off and replace, because if there's a dent right here, you can't get to it. All right. I'm tired. I'm gonna go home. This morning I was finishing up a paint job on the hood of a Dodge truck. And it got a little dust in it, so I was sanding that out and buffing it out and double checking my color match, make sure it was all good. And it really turned out good. The door and fender area was still a little off, but not terrible. So he was happy with it. And he's gonna bring it back later. We'll do a little more touching up on the utility bed and maybe finish installing some of the hardware on the inner fender areas. Either he's going to do it or I'll do it, one or the other. But it'll get done. And he's been working on this one for a couple of years. It's been a wreck. And it's been a chore trying to find all the right parts like he wants. You know, nice used parts, not rough used parts. He wants it pretty good. And it's turning out really nice now. Wish I'd taken a picture of it because it did turn out nice. All right, fill you in again tomorrow. I think I hit the wrong button. Anyway, I believe I was right in this area. And I was feeling around down here. Lots of them have rust down here, but this one seems to be okay. However, yeah, right there. Little hole. Yeah, and that's all it is, just a little hole right there. That shouldn't be too terrible bad, you would think. And looks like the front wall of the bed took a lick over on the other side, kind of pooched it forward. I think we can pull that back out, make it a little better. Stephen came in and painted the dash cover, but I think we're not happy with the color. That's a piece of the old dash. And it depends on if we're trying to match the old dash or if we're just trying to pick a gray. We may be okay with that one. Got the hood primed. And as near as I can tell, there's only 2 small dings in the whole hood. See if I can find it for you. There, I don't know if you can see it in the light or not. Right there is a little ding. And right, doesn't show up very well, it's more of just a low area. Right there's a little low place. But it'll show up on black. We'll have to take care of that. But the hood's dang near perfect. I don't think you could order it and you wouldn't have it come in. Oops. A couple of dings there. Small stuff will show up later as we work on it. All right, today we're going to start trying to clear out some places for some Mondo to go back on them. Still need to clean this off right here so we can get some filler in there. Still going to use my big old grinder like I did with all this. And then there's another little dent on the other side. Then we still have to clean this off some. And I hear somebody coming in the door. Reckon who that could be. New hat, new day. All right. Yesterday, I think I said somebody was coming in the door. Turns out it was nobody. I came in, I got back to work. I forgot all about you guys. So I'll pick up where we left off, and I'll show you what I did since then up till now. All right, I was right here yesterday telling about I was going to clean that off. So I got that cleaned off, and I kept going with it until I got a good bit of it cleaned off. Found a spot on the driver's door that was damaged. Not terrible, just kind of in this area. Working on getting that off. Yesterday I showed you the top of the door that was still rusty, and that's cleaned off some now. And I got a good bit of the roof. Lighting is terrible right here, but I got that strip across the windshield cleaned off. I had to kind of go easy with it because I didn't want to mess up the rubber up there. Down here where the body side molding was on, I decided I'd just strip all that down to the metal. And it's just a lot easier, and no worries about scratches and gouges. Just make it all smooth and start over. Cool. All right. I don't remember if this fender was stripped yesterday or not, but it is now. We have found a replacement fender. It's supposed to be on the way. Not sure when. And then I got started over here with the same treatment on the body side molding. All that gets cleaned off clean. And I got down to the primer on this side and got the top of the rail real nice. Found a dent. Got the top of the door cleaned off. And the windshield. These mirrors were in the way, so I took those things off, got them out of the way, and been working on the door handles. Kind of a pain to get those off, more than it should be, seems like. Working away this morning, still stripping paint. Got a little, another door or two to go. But I said, I gotta brag on this tool. This tool will take you from 40 grit sandpaper to final polishing. All one tool. This is the handiest tool I've ever had. It looks like a buffer or a DA sander, but it has a long throw. Where it oscillates, it has a long throw. It got a 3/4 inch throw. So it really gets aggressive. It does not just buzz the paint off. It's grinding the paint off. When it comes to polishing, it's grinding the polishing off. I went from 2,000 grit paper to final polishing with that one pad and one compound. Speaking of compounds, my favorite compound, TranStar Tri-Cut. I went from 2,000 grit sanding to final polishing with that one foam pad and that one polish. It was amazing. Time for today's update. Yes, I've been wearing a dust mask. That means I've been grinding a lot today. Smeared a little Bondo. What else did? Oh, our fender came in today. I've been grinding on it. It was white, decent shape. Lots of little dings, like you expect. There we go. It's not too bad. We'll get it all cleaned up tomorrow and probably paint the inner fenders and whatnot like that. And a few more little dings leveled up. Getting close, getting close. It won't be long. We'll be putting some primer on it. And then more sanding and more sanding and more sanding. But that's it for today. I'm gonna go home. All right. Not as dusty today. Reason being I'm running out of places to grind and sand on. But I'll show you what I did get done today. I'm getting real close on this spot that was caved in. Hard part's getting those little body seams down there straight and shaped right. But I think I'm getting there. We'll find out tomorrow when I put some primer on it, see what it looks like. Oh yeah, tomorrow's primer day. I've just about run out of places to sand. Tried to find all the little dings before I prime. This is the new fender. It had a bunch of little peck marks on the top, but I'll flatten that out tomorrow. A few little door dings on the door. Other than that, yeah, tomorrow's primer day. Let's see, was there anything? Oh yeah, primer day. Show you what I did in here. Put a little gray primer on the hood. See if I can get back to where you can see it. All right. Yeah, it's just a real nice hood. Just a few little dings that I felt when I was wiping it off. But let's see. I think that's it for the day. Oh, I'll show you this inside of the front fender. I should have showed you that when I was out there. We got nice shiny inner fender area. Just rattle can paint, but it'll do for what we're doing here. So, looking at the crack under the door out there, looks like it's getting dark. I believe I'll go home. All right, it's Friday, closing time. So that means I'm gonna put some primer on this truck. I'll show you the first coat, and then we'll follow up with a couple more coats of urethane. This is the self-etching primer. Just one coat of that. It doesn't take much, so yeah, you'll see a little filler showing through here and there. All right, I'm ready for the second coat, which will be a gray urethane primer. First coat of gray urethane. A few minutes, I'll be back with the second coat. It'll be a little bit darker gray. I add a little black pigment to them to kind of like a guide coat. I'll show that to you here in a minute. All right, started the second coat. You can see how the cab's a little bit darker than the bed. That's from the little bit of black tint I put in the primer. And still got the bed to do. All right, I'll check back in a bit. All right, there she is, dark gray all over. From what I could see spraying it, that should be all we'll need is a couple of coats of urethane. Unless I find a dent or two I've missed. Yeah. Won't be long. Right there's something I didn't catch. Little crack in the tailgate. I think there's a smaller one on the other side. We'll check with Steve and see if he thinks that's okay. Yep, small one over here too. Well, he says he knows somebody who can weld. We may take care of that for him. All right. Looks like it's getting dark outside. I'm gonna go home.